Hi everyone, I just want to give you a short overview of how to do well in this course, especially if you're a new student to MTSU and the graduate program. Some of these things might just help you get started, and if you've been a student for several semesters, hey, you might learn something new too. So the first thing I wanted to say is make sure that you read all the news feeds, posts that I do, because as we go along, that's the only way I have to communicate with you. So I post frequently in there, and please read them. Also, just so you know, I can keep track of what you look at in here and what you don't look at. There's a section for class progress, and I can see how many, if you've looked at the syllabus or not. I don't look at that in general unless there's a real issue, and then I look and say, hey, they haven't read any of the content, so no wonder they're not doing well, and then I might have a discussion with you. Just wanted you to be aware. This is your school. You're going to be a professional, so you might as well go ahead and get the most out of it you can and read everything. So as we head over to the content, hello. Okay. Let's go to read first. Make sure when you start any class you read the syllabus. I've done a snapshot for you that you can print off so you can easily see due dates, your reading list, my top 10 tips for success. Every professor has their own, quirks, and there are some of mine in that document. In this course, you've got one textbook that you had to buy, Young Adult Literature in Action, and then we are going to extensively use a series of books in the Walker Library called the Reader's Advisory Guide to whatever. As you can see, there's one for genre fiction, nonfiction, mysteries. There's a ton of these in here. There's also the Reader's Advisory Handbook, which I refer to a lot as well. Make friends with these because they are going to be sources that you're going to need to read. I didn't want to require you to buy them because you're going to read bits and pieces of all of them. You can buy them if you want to. You could also see if other libraries have them, or you could ask your library to interlibrary loan them to you if you want them in print. But they are all online at the Walker Library, and we'll go there just a moment. So make sure that for each of these you read all of these things. Let me go down to here. Make sure you watch the videos. Read the required readings. These are just super important to show me, I will see evidence of whether you've gone over these or not when you turn in your assignments. So just make the most of it and learn as much as you can. So let's go to the library because I wanted to touch on that if you're new to MTSU. So if you don't even know the URL for the library, I just type in Walker MTSU all the time because honestly I don't have it saved, but I type that in, I get to the library. And just a side note, I do find that a lot of students don't want to ask anybody at the library for help, which I find kind of funny because we are all in library school to be librarians, and I assume that we want our students and patrons to ask us questions. So why don't we ask the librarians at Walker? Just a thought. So anyway, if you want to find books, you can go to the catalog, and I've already got several searches in here, but I will type in Reader's Advisory, and you'll see the first search that comes up is the handbook. And this is one that I would first off just read chapter 1. It has a lot of great stuff in chapter 1, but you'll refer to it as the class goes on. Just know to go into the book, you would click on this link. This Google preview is just what it says. It's just a preview, so you can't read the whole thing. So if you go into here, you can either download it or read it in PDF. So you click on here and you can read all of it. So that's how you find books. Let's go back to the main page. Oh, also, that's how you find the other books too. Okay, let's see. Reader's Advisory Guide to... Oh, I did that in the Joule search, so that's going to bring everything up. And I didn't do title or anything, so let me just go in here and do that. Okay, so now you can see several of them. There's one for mystery, horror, nonfiction, historical fiction, genre blend, street lit, graphic novels, etc., etc. All of these are available to you as a student. Just make use of the library. It has a ton of stuff, and we buy it all online now. All the new stuff goes online, so online students have access to it. So we're already in here. If you want to find articles, you will use the Joule search, which was the first choice. Let's see if I can get back to it in here. Whoops. Alright, Joule search. So this searches everything, right? So say that I am looking for an article about book clubs. I could just type in here, but I like to go into the advanced search, and I just type in book clubs, and I want to put library because I want books clubs in the library, and I search. And you know, you should know how to use a database by now, but you can sort it by oldest, newest, relevance, etc. You can filter through all of these. For instance, let's see, we've got a book, and this is a print book, it's older, on how to, well, it's 2016, it might not have been in an ebook format, how to conduct a book club in a men's prison. So there you go. All sorts of articles on book clubs in libraries. If you, let's find another book, The Librarian's Guide to Book Programs and Author Events. When we get to the book discussion, you might want to look in this book for a chapter on book clubs and discussion groups. That will be very helpful to you. So anyway, that is a short and sweet look at the Walker Library website. Also notice Ask Us. They often have a chat open that you can ask them through chat. In our class, we have an embedded librarian, Karen Reed, who is available for you to ask questions. There's a discussion board in our class to ask her questions. There's help, use the library, all sorts of things about the Walker Library. Just take advantage of this as a student. This is for you, and this helps your education. So those are my quick tips on how to get started in this class, and we'll see you in class.